Alright guys, we're back with the last and final part of the beginner's guide to World of Warcraft. You might think there are a lot of things that you want to know, but they will come along the way surely, because you will play the game and you will just find out for yourself. I won't reveal everything because you need to explore and figure out how to handle stuff by yourself. As you see on your screen right now, I'm not on my Panda Alliance. I'm actually on my Hoarder level 38 for a reason, actually. Because it's way easier for me to get in a dungeon right now. So what I'm going to talk to you about in a moment is a little bit about the interface and what you can expect, and a very important feature that you will encounter now, and that is called trade chat, and in general just the interaction with other players around. I know I covered some of it in the previous video, but I got some things that I like to talk about very soon. Anyway, pay no attention to the UI you're about to see. It's my add-on. It's not my add-on, but I use Elf UI as an add-on to customize my user interface because I like the way it looks. And I will make, and I also have a video in my channel. I will link it in the description down below, actually on screen, maybe now, I think, on how to set up Elf UI for beginners also. I will remake it because there are some updates to it, but that will come on a later date. If not, and I hope maybe in the beginning of next week, I will bring that out. But as of right now, we are going through with the final chapter on the beginner's guide to World of Warcraft. And yeah, just let's get to it. Like I said, this is my UI. It doesn't look anything like what you saw, but the basics are the same. When you reach level 15, you will have the option to go to dungeons. And in dungeons, dungeons are places where you queue up randomly with other people, or you can queue up with friends and go to a specific dungeon, or just random dungeons. You can level up all the way from level 1 to level 100, as it is of now, in dungeons without doing any questing whatsoever. I highly recommend that you, as a new player or newish player, and even if you played this game for a long time and you, for instance, only played the Horde side, the Horde faction, go on Alliance side and try to do the questing areas in that faction, so you experience the game to the full. I did that on many characters, even though I have all the heirlooms, so I can level fast and just queue as a tank and go and spam my way from 1 to 100 really fast. But I highly recommend that you choose questing just to see the zones over just queuing in dungeons. It's very easy. It's Blizzard has really simplified the leveling part of it. You could just stand in the city, stand in Orgrimmar. This is Orgrimmar, by the way. Just standing at the main hall here. Garrosh is in there. Oh, sorry, Bolton is there. You can stand here where I'm standing right now, my warrior, and queue for dungeons. And you can level up that way. Easy peasy. And it takes no time whatsoever just queuing up for dungeons and level up, because they are so fast. Some of them are easy, some of them are quite a handful for newer players. But anyway, what it looks like when you choose to do dungeons. Welcome to me right here. You press I. I had this up earlier on. I think it was in the part 2 of my video series right here. And you have these tabs down here. I realized that yours looks still hotkey I. Yours will look a bit different than mine because the coloring here and because of the UI user interface I got. Anyway, you still got the 3 tabs down here. You got dungeon raids, player versus player, and challenges. For you to look at will be dungeons and raids. These two, as they are with me, are grayed out because these are scenarios only available from level 85. So are the raid finder, and we will leave pre-made groups for now because I think I covered that in an earlier video. I will check. Anyway, what you may do is, on this character, I am a DPS. I only got the DPS back. And I'm saying I only got the DPS back because, as I chose in the previous video, when I gained level 10, I could choose a talent in here. a specialization, and I chose the DPS spec for the monk because it was a monk I made. But there is also an option to choose another spec. You will, when you reach level 30, have the option for a dual spec, which, as the word entitles, have 2 specs. So what you want to do is, right now, this is my warrior trainer because I'm on a warrior, and of course, if you're a rogue, you will be talking to your rogue trainer. From level 30, you can talk to your trainer about learning dual specializations. So I'm just going to learn that. I think it costs 10 gold, yes. Wait, and I got an achievement, dual talent specialization. Which means when you queue up for dungeons or when you quests or whatever you do, and you want to try out, and you have the gear for it, and you want to try out a different spec. You see I pressed N to go to my talent specialization tree right here. I have this tab underneath, and I can press that, and then I can learn. I had Fury before. I can learn arms or protection. Or if it was something else, I could choose a healer or whatever. You can choose a different spec. This will come in handy later on, perhaps when you're raiding or doing dungeons with friends or whatever you're doing. So you have one spec for this and one spec for that. You can even take, okay, I'm PvPing a lot, so I might take this and I will go arms and choose different talents right here, because these talents also become available at level 15. But now we go to the point where I want to talk to you about how you interact and what you do in the specific roles in a dungeon. So I think we're going to just take a queue for the dungeon. Just going to queue for the dungeon, see how fast it goes. I'm a DPS, never mind this. And find group. As you see up here on your minimap, you might have a round minimap, but there's a little green eye thingy. And you see average wait time is 3 minutes. Time in queue, less than a minute. And you can just have this moused over and you will see it filling up with, now we got a healer, now we got a tank or whatever. But for now, we're just gonna wait a bit to see what happens. Right, and as you see on your screen right now, the queue actually popped up. I didn't have to wait that long. I think I waited maybe 3 minutes. So this is my role, and you see I get these bonus rewards. Enter dungeons, and boom, you will enter dungeon. In this case, it will be Alderman. Right. Once you enter these dungeons, you will probably... And I just walked out the dungeon. How fairly good of me to do that, really. That was wonderful. I don't know why I was turned the other way, but apparently so. If you do, like me, accidentally walk out the dungeon, you will see up here on your minimap, you have this dungeon finder. Right-click on that and teleport to dungeon. You won't lose anything by doing that. If you accidentally walked out dungeon just like I did, you can just teleport to it. Anyway, when you enter the dungeon, you will see different NPCs around depending which dungeon they are. And these yellow thingies, they are questions. They are quests. So just accept all these quests, and I see my group has already gone forward. And I know this way is safe because this is the only way they can walk with it. There were some minions here, you see they are dead. And when I'm in here, I'm going to talk to you about the different roles and what you're going to do in here. So we are me. We are recording this as this warrior. See, we have these over here. Better be careful with them. I'm the DPS right in here. So we have a druid tank. You can tell because he's orange. And we got a shaman healer, and we got 3 DPSs. So what are the roles here? The roles are quite simple, actually. I am DPS. My role is to do damage. My role is to kill things in the right order. Yeah, very important. This is the tank. His job is to keep, it's called aggro. He is the one that they have to attack because he can take the punching, he can take the beating. You are not meant to see it right here. Very good example to what not to do. The tank is right over there. He was tanking these mobs over here. But the mages decided to just attack something else. Now he is full heirloom geared, so he could kill it because it's not an elite. But this is a lesson that I want to show you because there are people like this all over the place. Do not, and I repeat, do not think for one moment that you can take the liberty of just choosing what you want. It's so annoying. Take it from one who has been tanking for many years. When you have a DPS like that guy over there, who thinks I'm just gonna attack this guy because I want to. So right now we have this tank, we have a mage, me as a warrior, a shaman healer, and a hunter. Sorry, is this a hunter? Yes, it's a hunter, and a hunter DPS. The tank's role is to go forward, take charge, be in control of the situation, and tank the mobs. Make the mobs attack him. See, this is a perfect example of a DPS not doing his job. This DPS, this mage right here, couldn't wait for the tank to get ready, so he just decided to pull. He just decided to, it's called ninja pulling, when you pull something without the tank knowing it. That is a very simple lesson to you. If you want to make friends in this game and you don't want to stand out like an asshole, do not, and I repeat, do not ninja pull. Let the tank pull, wait your turn. When the tank has aggro, you can attack. That's good. When you're a healer, your job is to heal others. But, we all have equal responsibilities in here. Even though he's the healer, or he or she is the healer, and we're DPS, and that's the tank. So, it's my responsibility not just to charge in, attack all I see, and move further to pull that boss, to pull that thingy, to pull that thingy, to pull those up there. That's my responsibility not to do that. Just follow the tank. Hopefully he knows what he's doing. Most tanks do, actually. And you should be fine. Just don't be an asshole and make the group white, because you will not be popular if you do that too many times. It's common to make mistakes like this guy, because he's higher level than him. Not to move. See, why is he standing there? Another perfect example. This hunter was standing here. He's ranged. He has a 40-yard range. There was a mob coming from over here. The first one he sees, because he's lower level, is the hunter, who was standing here, who could just as easily be standing way over here and not taking aggro from the new mob who entered. So that's another thing. Keep your positioning right. Make sure that you're not, if these jars were mobs, right, and we were fighting over here, and I'm a range like this mage or hunter is, don't stand too close to these, because if you get aggro, they will hit you and most likely kill you, because you can't take the beatings that the tanks can. And the same goes for healers. Positioning is key. You might as well take it in now, as you probably will be doing some raiding later on when you reach the max level. And then positioning is key. Position yourself the best that you can do without being in danger of others. See, why does he pull that? It makes no sense at all. Mobs can avoid and dodge and block when you attack from the front. If you notice, I am always standing behind the mob I'm attacking, because it can't dodge, parry, or avoid my attacks if I'm attacking it from behind. I think they fixed that, at least for ranged. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, they have. But make sure you're standing behind the boss. Obviously, it's impossible for you to be standing behind the boss. If you're tanking it, it would be weird. But that was just a little bit about this dungeon thing. Just to quickly sum up what you need to do and what not to do. And yeah, I think we're just gonna finish this off. So now we actually completed this this dungeon. There are a few quests left in here. I'm just gonna quickly show you how you can avoid running all the way back, because most quest givers, they don't follow you in the dungeon, they just reside at the entrance. So what we're gonna do, first of all, we're gonna open this box right here. Good. See, we're gonna press the green thing up here at the top right corner of the minimap, teleport out of dungeon, and hopefully all of the rest of them have actually stayed, because if they're not, it's not good. Complete quest. And teleport to dungeon. This will take you to the entrance of the dungeon where the quest givers are. So you don't have to run all the way back through dungeons, because some of them are quite big. So we're just gonna deliver these different quests that we got. And I just got an achievement, 100 quests completed. I'm gonna pick that because I don't need any of it. And you can choose your reward here. And then you can right click your portrait. You can be, yours might be up here, but your portrait and leave group. And you left the group. And you're back from where you originally queued up. So now in your bag you will have, because you chose the random dungeon, classic dungeon. If you chose specific, you will not get any bonus loot. You see, I get this satchel of helpful goods and some 65 silver. If you choose specific, you won't get it. You will just get the experience and doing the quest in there. This can be practical if you choose only to quests and to level by doing dungeons. You might want to do every dungeon once just to get the quest done, so you will get maximum amount of experience in there, and do them once. That's how I used to do it. Or you can just randomize it. But then you will get a satchel. Where is it? This one. Satchel of helpful good. Right click it to open, and you will get some items equivalent to, I just reached level 40, I can see. So now I can use plate. That's awesome. And you will get an item that fits your class and your specs sometimes. Now I actually got intellect, stamina, and haste. I can't use it right now because I am a warrior. But yeah, that is how you queue up. As I said, I recommend that you're questing through the zones as a first timer, just to see the works, just to see what Blizzard has done with the places. Some of the zones are really, really beautiful. Oh yes, they are. I don't think I have that much more to show you. There is this adventure guide, but that is for later on. This is where you can search up here for bosses in dungeons and in raids when you reach high enough levels, and you can see the different dungeons we have here, and you can just look at the bosses and go up here, normal of course, and check the loot table. Out here you see the abilities about them, what they do. The model of it, there's only one model of 100 bones tusk here. And in this looting crate here you can see what he can drop. So if you are after a specific item, you can open up this, and it is hotkey Shift J, and go to dungeons and look through these different dungeons. You will unlock more as you progress a level, and see which boss drops the wolf's head, for instance. And you can control click any item and see how it would look on your character. Control click on any item to see, except rings and trinkets and necks. Any item except those I just mentioned, to see how they would look on your character. So if you're after a specific item, you can go to Dungeon Journal, find a dungeon, raid or whatever, or content, and search for the item to go there and get it. Oh well guys, I'm gonna wrap this up right here. It's been a fun time in this series of the Beginner's Guide to World of Warcraft. I will leave you to explore the world and figure stuff out for yourself as well. I'm not gonna spoil everything for you. I just gave you a few pointers that I thought was useful just to know. In the next video I will link on this channel, is a Beginner's Guide to add-ons for World of Warcraft. The add-ons which I found very useful and that can help you along the way in your future endeavors of World of Warcraft. Thank you for tuning into my channel. If you like this video, don't hesitate to give it a thumbs up. You can even subscribe to my channel and be the first to get notified whenever I upload a new video. Make sure you check out the description below for links to my Twitter and Twitch.tv account. I play various games and stream as often as I can. Thank you for watching. This is Google. Until next time.